Okay, so in this segment, in the basics, we're going to talk about the faculty life. And I'm really interested in this section in meditating on what are some things to expect in your career as a faculty member at LTCC or any other college out there that you might be potentially applying for in the future if you want to gain a full-time position if you're teaching in the part-time faculty position here at the college. And again, these are just my experiences and subjective opinions. Your experiences certainly will differ as a faculty member, kind of makes sense. But one thing I mentioned in that regard is check out my video called Diverse Faculty Experiences, because in this video I really make the point that we're going to differ based on the discipline that we teach, based on our years of experience, based on our contract status, whether we're full or part-time, and any number of other issues. So check out that video and also the text area on the website that talks about how we do have different experiences regardless of some of the commonalities we have. Faculty may be, of course, counselors, library faculty, instructional faculty, or even training faculty like me and Treva. So there's a lot of difference just in terms of our positions at the college. Many of us have our time or even salary divvied up between different work situations. Like for me, at least in 2019, part of my salary is coming out of the CBC OEI grant, as is Treva Thomas's. So there's a lot of difference there, even though we all share the title of being faculty members at LTCC. The experiences of being a faculty member differ greatly, as we know, unfortunately, if you're full or part-time. And years ago, before I was a temporary full-time instructor at Valparaiso University, a liberal arts institution in Northwest Indiana, I was a part-time instructor there. So I know how it is to be a part-time instructor. I was a TA in graduate school. I even taught courses that were essentially unpaid courses at the Jewish Community Center in Houston, Texas. And so I've had a lot of experiences teaching part-time. I've also taught in the K-12 arena, teaching music. And so I want to say is that I know that the experience of being a full-time versus a part-time faculty member is different. It's different in terms of pay. It's different sometimes in terms of the institutional support. One of the notions or foundations of my position is that I can be a resource for so many of you out there who are part-time faculty members. So we hope to lessen the gap, the experiential gap, the pay gap, the workload gap, whatever those gaps are, as we look at some of these issues, reaching out to all of you through many of our onboarding and training processes. Here are some elements of the faculty life, and these could all vary with your experiences. There could be research that you do in publication, academic advising, probably more of that if you're a counselor versus a teaching faculty member. Of course, teaching, but not all of our faculty teach. There's counseling work that our faculty do. Serving on committees is a big deal, certainly for our full-time faculty. If you look at our contract, which is available on the webpage, it actually breaks down our service by the prep work that we do for our classes, teaching our classes, and then also serving on committees and some of those other professional obligations. So when you're hired as a full-time faculty member anywhere in the country, they're always going to say, in addition to your teaching, you're expected to do these things as well. And of course, mentoring. We all mentor students when they come to our office hours. We see them in town. We chat with them informally over email. We Skype with them, whatever. And mentoring is very important for being a faculty member here at the college. Now, what are some emotions you might experience? And these range in good and bad emotions. And some of these might be more like values. Sense of determination, maybe, that you're determined to teach your students the basics of math such that they all pass or a majority of them pass. You sometimes do feel overworked. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes all of us have felt overworked in our positions. There's senses of joy. When a student really gets it in a class, you've taught an amazing class, and you feel like there was comprehension and engagement, you feel those emotions of joy. There's also sociality. We often feel experiences connecting with students and faculty and staff and administrators on campus because we realize that part of the joy being in education is that you do get to network with so many different people in all phases of your career. And kind of related to that is that sense of connection. We feel connection with our students. We feel connection with other faculty. We feel connected to the projects that the college is engaging us in. And also sometimes we feel frustrated. We leave a class and we think, why didn't they pay attention? Or why didn't the students get this math equation I was trying to teach them? So these are all emotions, and looking at this from a social scientific perspective, I always think of the good and the bad. It's not just one way or the other. It's a combination of these. Some of these feelings or values you feel one day, others you don't. Sometimes you feel multiple ones in a single day and so forth. And these are not the only ones, but it's just that sense of what does a faculty member sort of feel, right, when they're going through their everyday life here at LTCC. Now, I want to say we're all in it together, so please reach out to us, reach out to your fellow faculty, make some connections. Really, what got me so excited about education was that opportunity to network with all of you, to learn about teaching, to learn about professional life, to learn about the Academic Senate and Faculty Association and so forth. So definitely reach out. Don't be a stranger. We are in this together, and hopefully we can make a difference in our students' lives, and so let's take advantage of some of those networks in the near future.